Warm greetings of the day to everyone. We are here to discuss another topic of hospitality sales, which is sales practices. And specifically, the topic that we are discussing today is identifying market segmentation. What are the various segments that we divide the market to capture a bigger share of the market? My name is Chavi Sahai, and I work for AISSMS College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology. The learning objective of today's session are we will learn about the importance of market segmentation and also learn about the various types of market segmentation. So, market segmentation means a way in which we divide a market into a well-defined slices. Pizza, I'm sure you all can visualize how we make various slices in a pizza and we distribute it amongst ourselves. Similarly, if we are trying to capture a market, we divide the market based on various criteria. We divide the customers into various criterias and we try to capture a larger share as much as possible, whichever segment we are targeting. For example, if we are a luxury hotel, we would try to capture a bigger market of the corporate sector, of the business people, of the country heads and things like that, governmental institutions, so that we get a bigger slice of the market share. A market segment, a particular market segment would consist of a group of customers who share the similar set of needs or wants. Like people in corporate sector would have a certain type of need. People who are traveling for the sake of vacation coming to the hotel will have a different type of need. Similarly, there are single travelers who are traveling on their own. They will have probably different types of needs. So if we are able to divide the market, we will probably understand their needs better and will cater to their needs in a better way. That is the reason for market segmentation. The marketer's task is to identify the appropriate number and the nature of market segments so that we can decide which ones are we specifically targeting and which ones we are not. So moving ahead, we come to the various bases on which we segment the consumer market. Broadly, these are four which have been followed by many people. We divide the market on four bases. First is geographic. Second is your demographic segmentation. Third is psychographic segmentation. And lastly, the behavioral segmentation. We will discuss them one by one so you will have more clarity. First, we come to the geographic segmentation. So in geographic segmentation, we divide the market into geographical units. We all have studied geography in schools, so we understand various countries, various areas, landforms we study in geography. So here in marketing parlance, we will say we divide the market on the basis of various nations, states, regions, counties, cities, or neighborhoods. So the company that can operate in a particular area and it can operate in all but areas and pay attention to the local variations. We will discuss a few examples. So this helps, the geographic segmentations help in grassroots marketing. At the lowest possible level, it helps you to market your product. At the consumer, the end consumer level, if you can understand, the activities that you are doing as a marketer or as a salesperson, you can concentrate on getting as close and as personally relevant to an individual customer as possible. Okay, so moving ahead, we'll just discuss a few examples. You all must have heard about international fast food chains like KFC and McDonald's. See, a basic geographic segmentation would be the burger, the Maharaja Mac that you get in McDonald's, or the paneer tikka burger that you get in a KFC. You do not get it abroad. outside India. So what these companies have done, they have segmented their product because Indian market is different, Indian consumers palate is different. So they have customized the product to capture a bigger share of the market, because paneer tikka, how it appeals to Indians, will probably not appeal to somebody who's living in United Kingdom. So they have marketed the product like that, which appeals to the Indian customer. More in the hotel context, if you can think, see, we all know there is a breakfast buffet being laid out in the hotels for various customers. So you have to give so many options, because if you are an international hotel, there would be international people of different countries staying in your hotel. So you have to have many options in the buffet, you have to customize it. For example, you in Indian coffee shop buffet, generally you will have an option of idli sambar for the, to cater to the people who have the allegiance to South Indian food. So at the same time, you will have the buffet featuring things like cocktails and scotch eggs, and to cater to international palate as well. So this is the way you capture the market, try and capture the market. You've divided it geographically and you are trying to attend to their needs. Second type of segmentation, how we divide the market, is demographic segmentation. What do we understand by demography? First, let's understand what is demography. It means the study of the population. A specific area that you are considering your market to be, you try and study the population. What does it comprise of? Which age group? Which gender is maximum in number? What is the family structure there? So all these things, when you study and you market your product accordingly, so the study would be the study of demography, and we divide the market according to it. So in demographic situation, we divide the market based on variables such as age, family size, family life cycle, which is whether the couple is very young, the baby is very small, so you market different products for them. And if the couple is very old, their children are college going, so you market it differently. Gender, income, occupation, education, religion, race, generation, nationality, and social class. All these things are studied under demography. So why is demographic variable so popular? Why do we need to know about it? Because this is what most often the consumer needs and wants are associated with. Okay, because depending on your age, you will have different needs and wants. Depending on your gender, you will have different needs and wants. So if the marketer or the person who's selling a product is very apt in knowing all that, they can appeal to you in a better way. They are very easy to measure. We'll see a few examples. So moving ahead, first example would be age and life cycle in case of demography. So the consumer's wants and abilities also change with age. We all know that. Okay, a young baby will have different needs and wants, and old person will have different needs and wants. For example, if we are trying to market a product to a millennial, people who are born in the last century, no, in the later years, would be millennials. So they are more interested in playing computer games, navigating the web, downloading music, instant messaging, mobile phone. All these things are what appeal to them most. So, if as a hotel salesperson, I'm trying to market my product to a person of very young generation, I will rather use social media platforms to market my product rather than maybe putting an ad in a newspaper, because they are not in touch with reading newspaper as much as they are on the social media. So I, as a marketer or as a salesperson, have to be aware about this demography if I'm marketing my product. Next thing, example under demography would be gender. We all know that men and women behave differently. So as a marketer, people try and market different products based on their gender. So people have, men and women have different attitude, they behave differently based on their genetic makeup, how they are as in made by nature, and partly on the way how how they socialize. So gender differentiation has been used by the marketers, and it is applied on a daily basis in clothing, the hairstyling, cosmetics, and magazines. So how do hotels cater to various products to these gender differentiation? If you see in hotels, the ladies room, there are nowadays, because ladies have been traveling a lot, so there are some rooms, sometimes entire floor is dedicated for single lady travelers, where the products, the amenities kept in the rooms are different than what you will find in a room of a gentleman. So this again would be an example of demographic segmentation. Next we move to income. That is also one demography factor that is considered by the marketers. Income segmentation is a very long and old practice in such categories. Things like automobiles, there are various cars which are either very high priced or budget price, catering to different segments of the society based on their income. Things like clothing, cosmetics, financial services, and travel. So coming to hotels specifically, how do we ensure that we target various income groups? Is nowadays, you all know, there are a lot of budgeted hotels which are there in the market to cater to people who do not have a very high budget for staying in a hotel. And at the same time, we have a lot of luxury hotels where people splurge a lot, spend a lot of money for staying in the hotel. So these are the various ways by which we divide the consumer based on the demography. Next, we come to psychographic segmentation, which is dividing the customers or the market based on partly the psychology of the customer, and also putting some amount of demographic factors into consideration. So it is a, this word is a combination of psychology and demography. So to better understand the consumer, psychographic segmentation is used. Buyers or the customers are divided into various groups based on their psychological or their personality traits, lifestyle, their values, etc. Generally, the people that fall in the same psychographic group will have similar profile. Okay, they will want for different things. So how do the hotels cater to this psychological way the customer behaves? Is you all must have witnessed it also and seen things like loyalty programs, where the customer is given a incentive to spend more. Okay, you associate with the hotel. So the hotels come up with things like loyalty program, wherein if you say spend 1,000 rupees, maybe they add 10 to your account, and after you've accumulated some amount of money, which sometimes they say like a specific hotel chain will give you so many points, later on maybe you can redeem those points to stay for a vacation for a particular day, or maybe you get one free meal at the end of, after you've spent say around 20-25,000 rupees. So these are the things which play to the psychology of the customer, wherein he spends money and then we induce him by giving him a reward to spend more money later on. So this is the way we segment the market and we appeal to that particular aspect. Last, we come to the behavioral segmentation. How does a customer behave? And we try and address their needs. In this type of segmentation, the marketers divide the buyers into groups based on their knowledge of a particular thing, their attitude towards something, their usage, what are the things that they usually use in their daily lives, or how will they respond to a particular product. All these things are kept into mind when we segment the market based on the consumer behavior. For example, at the last minute, if I tell you, so this is the best rate for today, right now, the flash sale, the deal of the day, these things apply as an induce the customer to spend more. It appeals to the behavior of the customer. The deal that I'm getting right now, probably I'll not get tomorrow, so I should go ahead and spend some money. So this is how the marketers or the salespeople divide the market, try and study the various needs and wants of the customer, be it in a geographic segmentation, demographic segmentation, psychographic segmentation, or the behavioral segmentation. So we come to the end of this session. I would like to thank you all for listening in. Please follow the link which is given in the description box and attempt the quiz. I would also like to give credit to the following sites from where I have sourced some material in making this presentation. Thank you all.